So a friend of mine messaged me because I've, unlike people may think, I do have friends. You know, I have a lot of friends message me, give me ideas for videos, things like that. And one of them is the basics of tuning, but not like basics 101 like you would normally have. Basics, even more basic. So, like, for starters, I have videos that tell you how to get the file. I have videos that tell you how to get a log. I have videos that tell you where to start, and I got some troubleshooting videos. But what I don't tell you in a lot of these videos is how to do things properly. And for those of you that are starting and just learning, you need to work on one thing at a time, okay? By one thing at a time means let's dial in the idle, okay? Let's make 2-3 changes tops, save it as a different file, try it out. If you like it, make some more changes, save it as a new file, and continue to do that in each area that you're working on until you have the desired effect. Okay? Now, so you're idle, okay? And let's say now you're gonna do your fuel at wide open, I shouldn't say fuel at wide open throttle, but where your PE mode kicks in. You know, from there, you're moving to transmissions. Okay, well, you don't have to do every gear. Worry about first to second. So worry about first to second first. You like first to second? Work on second to third. You know, from there, work on third to fourth, which a lot of places you can't work on, but you can mimic a lot of the data over. And then when it comes to things like that, make small changes. By small changes, most tables you should only do changes by anywhere from 3 to 10%. Typically, I like to use 5% as a small change on tables that I've never worked on before. The best way to tune, or the best way to learn how to tune, is to do things for yourself. There's a local guy here who is an amazing Coyote tuner, who was a truck driver, and he literally had his Coyote, and he would turn stuff on, turn stuff off, mess with literally everything, spent hundreds of hours on his car figuring out what each thing did, how it worked, things like that. And now he's amazing. I got guys here with stock Coyote cars with only tunes, smoking cars that are modified by places like London, other places like that. So if you can't find information on what a table does, and you put your cursor over it and it doesn't say risk or warning, go ahead and make small changes and try to figure out what the table does, okay? Make a small change. You don't notice it, make a more drastic change until you figure out what it does. Then bring it back to stock. Write down what it does. Keep notes of what these tables do. Go the opposite direction. Find out if it is opposite. You know, that is the best way to learn with tuning. Writing things down helps a lot. I don't write things down. And, you know, the thing is I'm tuning cars every day. Every single day, whether it's in person or remote tuning. On an average morning, I do anywhere from 3 to 10 tunes remotely. And then during the day, when I get time, I try to do, you know, they'll send me a log, I'll do a revision, send them a revision, you know, blah, yada, yada, yada. I forget stuff all the time. The beautiful thing is by making these videos, I'm actually able to go on my YouTube, go to the video about the specific thing I'm doing when I forget something, and watch the video and be like, yeah, that's how you do that again. So, and obviously there's people that do that with my channel as well, but write things down. Go on your notes on your phone, keep notes on how to do things. Write down step by step how to do things. When I tune a vehicle, I do everything step by step, and I do the same steps every single time. That way it's a pattern. Well, half the time when I'm tuning, I'm not even paying attention anymore, because it is almost like muscle memory. Like, click here, do this, click here, do this, click here, make this change. I can do an entire table or an entire tune in one file. Now, LS engines. Hemi engines, I have done entire tunes which should work for people's cars, absolutely don't work, end up going back to stock and starting fresh like I would originally. So Hemis are a little bit more difficult when it comes to that, because they're not all the same, and since they don't work on mass airflow, some don't even work on speed density. They do work on a version of speed density mixed with a fuel air mass ratio, which is all for a whole nother day. I tell people be very wary of torque management. Don't just let your vehicle do whatever it wants. You know, do something small first, see how it likes it. You go big, and the first time you test your new change out, you can blow your transmission, you can blow out your rear end, there's all kinds of stuff you could do. Small changes are always the best way to go. Trying things on your car before trying things on other people's cars is also the best way to go. Knock on wood, this is how many vehicles I have blown up of people that have paid me to tune their vehicles. 0. I have blown up 0 vehicles. I have blown up 2 of my personal vehicles, and that is doing testing. I scattered 3 or 4 pistons off the bottom of my Camaro. I was doing like 650 horse, and I scattered my pistons everywhere. Live and learn. Have not done it to a customer. The other one was my 19 Hemi. We were doing a ton of tuning on it, a ton. We have 40,000+ miles of tuning. We had 35+ dyno runs on it. We had tons and tons of tuning on it. And we were testing as far as you could go on 87, as far as you could go on 91, as far as you can go on 93. You know, we left it more on the race style, and I let a friend borrow the vehicle, and that's how he drives everything. And he's put huge holes in the pistons of that engine. So when I built a new engine and put it back in there, we pulled like 3 degrees of timing across the board, and you could run 87 in there. 0 knock, 0 problems, halfway decent gas mileage. You know, and it only gets better on 91. We'll try to post more videos slowly going over on how to do exactly what I just said. But if you're new to tuning, this is the mindset you need to have. Small changes. Only learn on your own vehicle. Write anything and everything down. Log as much as you can. If you need channels and graphs and charts to log with, message me. I can give you a set of exactly what you need, and all you need to do is modify them to fit your exact build. I'm not stingy. That's why I have a channel teaching everybody how to do these exact things, because 10 years ago, I wish I had this same thing. I had to learn everything the hard way. You know, I had a vehicle where we kept pulling timing anywhere it was knocking. It wasn't knocking, it was burst knock. So I ended up with a Camaro we put on the dyno, made 290 horse. Come to find out, I was running like 2 degrees of timing at wide open throttle when I should have been running 26 degrees. Live and learn. Just think about everything I said. If you have any questions or you need videos of anything, send it to me. Even if it's something small or something you think is dumb. I'm going to do a video on how to turn EGRs off. I'm going to do a video on all kinds of stuff. How to make thermostat changes, how to change your fans, how to change your governor, how to change your speed control, all of that. So just slow and steady wins the race, okay? Just be the turtle, not the bunny, and you'll get to exactly where you need to be.